ladies and gentlemen. Kyler Davenport here. I am the senior executive producer for our all volunteer radio station, internet radio station, Alternative Public Radio International, and we broadcast on blogtalkradio.com. We've done over 2,500 shows over there on that channel. We have had our share of homelessness, 6 years living off grid in our Winnebago, and we loved every minute of it. And it seems like we're going to have to do that again. By the way, we do still broadcast the shows, even if we're off grid. We have the technology to do that. As many of you know, I recently have had surgery on my left kidney to remove a massive tumor from my left kidney growing there, obviously. And I've also went through severe, terrible, painful colorectal surgery to remove polyps and tumors and scars and hemorrhoids and different things from that area down there. That was a terrible recovery. My cancer recovery has been unbelievably painful, and I've just now been diagnosed a few weeks ago with mellitus 2 diabetes, and it's very severe and unpredictable. I'm on a lot of medications to keep me alive. I also study naturopathic and homeopathic medicine, and my caregiver and friend Mary, a friend of 23 wonderful years, has also been there by my side to help keep me alive. I've almost died 3 times, and she has been there every time to bring me back to life. Our rent has gone sky high. Our cost for my equipment and pharmaceuticals and supplies and materials for recovery have gone sky high. There are things the insurance company doesn't pay for that I need desperately to stay alive and to stay well. And we are reaching out and asking you all to please keep us in a shelter. That shelter being the pull behind we want to buy, or the motorhome we want to buy as our home. We're going to have to leave here soon. We are living on a prayer. We're living on the edge here, with the rent just keeps going up and up and up. Plus, this place is not good for my PTSD and my need to socialize with other people. It's an elderly type place with a lot of sick folks. I'm 63 years old, and yes, I'm an elderly, but I like to socialize. And in our lease, it states specifically you're not allowed to really socialize with your neighbors. You're not allowed to knock on their door. You're not allowed to ask to borrow a cup of sugar. You're not allowed to congregate in the parking lot uh, unless it's at the smoking areas. You're not allowed to raise the hood of your car to check your battery cables or to change your battery cables. You have to call a tow truck, which no one here can afford, or they will tow you away, which many people have been towed away just for uh, simple fix on a vehicle. And they were too afraid to open the hood of their car for fear of being ejected from this place. It has become so bad that I don't sleep at night. Mary doesn't sleep at night, and we need to get out of here. In order for me to continue to stay healthy, we need to get out of here. I'm going to be going through bilateral knee surgery in about a year, and that's going to be a hell of a recovery, as many of you have had that. And I've got some problems with my liver. I haven't drank any alcohol, wine, whiskey, or beer in the last 16 years. I do not take street drugs. I only take pharmaceuticals that have been prescribed by my doctor after they have been carefully scrutinized and cross referenced on the MD page that we rely on for cross-referencing pharmaceuticals to see how dangerous they are or not dangerous, to see if they have potentiate effects or synergistic effects or dangerous effects with my other drugs. So we're on the ball with that. My diet is costing us money. Before we were only able to eat like one meal a day. Now I'm having to eat three because of my diabetes, and I'm having to eat specific foods that are costing us more money. We noticed in the budget that it's just gone sky high with the cost of food. So we're going to ask you to please give to this fundraiser. We need to raise $2,000 in order to secure that pull behind or that motorhome. Uh, we are living on borrowed time right now. We're living on borrowed time. We're struggling um, to eat one meal a day, and we're struggling to eat granola and cereal and, you know, things that, animals in the zoo get fed and taken care of better than we are in this particular place. They do not care much about human life here. They do not care about your feelings here. They do not care about your opinions here. They frown on any critical thinking here at this complex. The management does. It's like living in a Stasi camp, a Nazi camp, re-education camp behind the Iron Curtain, whatever. And I'm really tired of it. I can't take very much more of it. And so please give generously to our fundraiser. We're trying to raise the $2,000 and spend it wisely to get out of here. Um, we've done so much for others. We've built housing for others over the years. We've built halfway houses for others over the years. We've worked to integrate prisoners back into society over the years. We've worked with families and children, Habitat for Humanity, building housing for those folks who have come out of homelessness and are now ready to move back into homes. We have fed the sick and the injured. We have worked in hospice advocacy. We have fed over 5,000 people a month at a church group that had several churches in the South, and we've done our share of critical outreach. We now have built the police, fire, and emergency medical disaster team here in the Northwest. We're trying to keep up with to do our part as paramedics and nurses. I'm a former paramedic, ACLS cardiac paramedic. Um, I have worked very hard in the MICU back in the day. I'm also worked in forensic science. I've worked around the homicide team in my younger years. I've worked in the crematorium, burning bodies. I've picked up my share of decapitated heads and little dead babies in the back of overturned cars, and I have PTSD from hell from all of that. And I have pulled so many dead bodies out of dumpsters and babies out of dumpsters and toilets. I just have nightmares every single night, and this is going to go on for the rest of my life. Um, Embalming was hard at the funeral home, and I still remember a lot of terrible, terrible scenes from there, especially maggoted bodies coming in and the body bags and the maggots spilling over into the floor under my feet. So I need to get out of here and get back into the woods, get back into nature. I would really, really thank all of you very much if you would give to this worthy cause so Marion and I can get out of here and be on our own and at least be able to pay our rent as long as we do stay here, have to stay here. So I want to thank all of you very, very much in advance for giving. The PayPal button is embedded somewhere here, I hope. We're going to do a special event today also with this video in it. And I want to thank Steve Skinner. I want to thank John LaCrone. I want to thank Billy White and Sandra Evelaw for caring and for giving and for helping and for being there for us by our side when we needed them, and many, many others out there who have been by our side and went through these horrible surgeries with me digitally at a distance, but yet still there in spirit. I want to thank all of you who have participated in building the station where it is today. Over 2,500 shows and counting. Um, and there are just so many of you I can't name right now that have been there for us. So please give generously. Please give generously to get us out of here and into the wild where we need to be. I want to die off grid. Marianne wants to die off grid. Marianne wants to live off grid. Right now, Marianne is living here via my being sick and my social security. If it wasn't for me, Marianne would be homeless, and she has no family to speak of. And so we also need to get her a place to land and hold her head down on a pillow if I should pass away early. So thank you again. I love all of you very much, and I hope you give generously to our $2,000 request. Take care, and I will be doing more videos on this as the days progress. And I want to leave you with one last word. Whatever you vividly imagine, ardently desire, and enthusiastically act upon will come to pass. Godspeed. May the force be with you all. Take care.